Libra, let's do your reading. I'm going to try to cut right to the chase. We're going to go through where the planets are, though. Let's talk about where the planets are. It's your girl, Madam X. Interested to see what's going up, and what's going down with the Libras. Can I just say something, though, before we get into the video? I really don't like YouTube Live. I don't like watching people on YouTube Live. I'm not with the whole live experience. See, I guess maybe I just haven't caught on to it yet. But usually I catch on to things pretty much first because that's just my nature. I find that I do a lot of things first, and then by the time people catch up, I'm like, I'm over that. Libra. Have you lost some people in your life? Did something not go the way you wanted it to go? Possibly with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Did something kind of not work out? But anyway, so back to that. I really hate watching people on live. It's like, it kills me. But anyway, like I said, maybe I just haven't caught on to that whole trend yet. Live seems to be the whole thing, but it is such a bore sitting there watching people on live, and as they like answer the people and it's make shout outs and make comments and stuff like that. But I guess for the people out there on YouTube that watch live, maybe it's entertaining because you can interact with the person that's doing live. I don't know if I'll ever do a live. It's just so freaking boring. I'm like, come on, like pick up the pace. But anyway, like I said, this thing calls me. I don't call it. So a lot of times I don't look at it like, ooh, let me get on live to like have all these people and interact and build this subscriber kind of following. Like I said, guys, I do it because the tarot calls me. I don't necessarily call it. Please believe that's true. So how fitting, on that note, how fitting for me to just pick this random time to do this Libra reading. I was sitting here and said I felt like doing the tarot, felt like talking to you guys. So I'm going to do the Libra reading and looking at the planets. It is a perfect time to do a Libra reading because we have a Libra moon. So a lot of you guys, you guys' minds, this is not just for Libra, this is in general. I'm going to tailor it to Libra, but these are what the planets are for everybody, not just specifically Libra. But with the moon in your sign, you may be feeling more sensitive now when it's focused around relationships. You may be wanting to build some stronger relationships and bonds. You may actually be tapping into that emotional nature that you so try to hide that you have. You definitely don't dwell in your emotional nature. You're able to think logically and rationally about things, pick up and move on, except when it comes to partnerships. That's your weak spot, Libra. Partnerships, love, and relationship, and things like that. So the moon in your sign may actually have you in your feelings about some of those things. So then you've got the sun in Cancer. That's my sign, sun in Cancer. Shout out to all the Cancers. I know this is a Libra video, but I ride for my Cancers. So, I'm just going to have to big us up. We always, sort of kind of come first in my book. No shade to any of the other signs. But the sun is in Cancer. So a lot of focus on the home, probably money you're making, things you want to build, foundations you want to set, and family. So some family things may be going on too, Libra. You may be thinking about family, which has got you thinking about your partnerships and things like that from an emotional standpoint. Mercury is in Cancer, so you're communicating about those things. Like I said, trying to build relationships, you're coming from an emotional place and seeing some things when it comes to your relationships. Maybe you want more. Maybe you're looking at some things you've been through, gains and losses, and that kind of thing. I'm just going to run through this so we can get to the reading because I got a few things to do. So I kind of want to do this reading and keep it moving. So with Venus and Taurus, you guys, that's hard work. It's hard work. And I think Libras, you'll be realizing that to have the things you want, you do have to put in the hard work. So maybe at work, in your relationships, in your love relationships, things when it comes to the pleasures that you have in life. So the things you buy, the things you do, what goes towards those foundations that you do set, it's hard work. But Venus is there to support you. You like certain things. You like being comfortable. Taurus is a lazy sign. Libra it is has a good share of laziness in them too. But with Venus in Taurus, you want to take the time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and because Taurus is that workhorse. It is gonna give Venus everything that she wants. So you may be just going through things right now with where you're at, where you're comfortable in your life, how you want to be, and what it takes to get there, and what it's taken to get there. Jupiter is also in your sign, Libra. So whatever's going on, whatever's on your emotional mind, and I was about to say, what's that noise? That's a dishwasher. Whatever in your emotional mind frame and what's ever going on in your life, good or bad, negative or positive, Jupiter is just there to expand it. So Libra, your reality is a reflection of what's in your mind. So whatever is going on, if you're having good relationships, good working relationships, good times at work, good times at home, then that's going to be expanded in your life. And if you're not, then Jupiter's there to create some lessons to, exacerbate the situation so that you can in turn make the necessary changes that you need to make. Saturn in Sagittarius, so we'll see limits, limits and structure, but that is good for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is usually far reaching and can make dreams come true, and a lot of luck. And with Jupiter, Sagittarius is ruler in your sign. I think that you can have Jupiter and Saturn work well together, but you have to realize limits, restrictions, and how to make your own way with Saturn and Sagittarius. And I think, Uranus and Aries has been there for a while. Neptune and Pisces retrograding. That Saturn is retrograding Sagittarius. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces. Neptune is at home in Pisces. Don't disillusion yourself. Don't get caught in a dream world, lies and disillusions. Be honest with everything that you do, with the people in your life and the relationships that are in your life. Just be honest about those things, because Pisces can be a planet of disillusionment. But in retrograde, like I said, depending on the different aspects it makes, that can be something like where you're coming into some clarity. You're kind of trying to see through the fog of Neptune. Again, Neptune is right at home in Pisces. It rules Pisces. And, or it could be exacerbating that disarray. But I think you're seeing things kind of for what they are with that Neptune being in retrograde in Pisces. Like taking those rose-colored glasses off. Pluto's in Capricorn. It's been in Capricorn for a minute. And the North Node is in Leo. And your sign, tends to work well with that Leo energy. So, that North Node may be bringing you some benefits as well, depending on where it's at in your chart and the aspects that it's making. So, let's jump right into the reading. I have shuffled the cards. I don't know how the heck this thing is at 8 minutes. I know I did not talk for 8 minutes. It's crazy. So let's just see what is going on with Libra. Wow. So Libra, you feeling like there's a lot of attention on you. You're feeling like almost like Jesus on the cross. You know what I mean? It's like Jesus on the cross, but no matter how much good you try to do, no matter how much headway you try to make, and how much you try to make something out of nothing, you feel like you just don't see yourself getting that recognition or making that progress that you want to make. But you do, it's like you get glimpses of it, but it's not full throttle. You get glimpses of it, but you can't bask in it fully because it's so much to do, and it's still things that you have to deal with and clear up from the past. And there's a certain level of wisdom that comes from really looking what you've been through and literally doing things different. So it's no point of looking at what you've been through and what you lost if you're going to do things the same way, and you're not really going to look at those lessons and take heed to those lessons. So in the past, you guys, and this is all for the cards that are on the table. Like I said, you may have had a current failed situation, maybe with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or something that just didn't go your way, something didn't take off, something didn't go where it's supposed to go. So that could be physically didn't go where it's supposed to go. Maybe it's supposed to go somewhere you didn't go, or you were in some kind of love sort of thing with somebody and it didn't quite take off. And that could have been a sign. Or in your past, you could have been dealing with a Virgo, because I do have the Hermit card here in your past, and you really are thinking about, and if it's not the fire sign, you could be thinking about this failed or whatever went on in the past with this Virgo, and all the hard work that you put in, but that you just really did not reap any rewards. You really had to scrap it and do it over. You put in this hard work, but you did not like what came out of it. So I just see I see false starts. I see you getting to a place where you feel really good about yourself, but what you need to do, Libra, is really open up and show who you are, and let go of any fears or issues or things from the past, and even things in current situations that keep you from moving forward positively. And also come out of your negative frame of mind, because I feel as though you had the Page of Swords here in reverse, and I feel like you can have an immature energy. I feel like this is about you, that you can have an immature energy. You can have a energy that is negative, and if you stay in a negative mind frame, if you stay in negative thoughts and you present that to others, you're not going to have a good return in your relationships. It's okay to have childlike youth and have a fun nature and do certain things, but there are certain responsibilities that come with adulthood. There are certain responsibilities that come with relationships. So when you look into the past and you really look into go into yourself and look into why some of these things have not taken off, why some relationships have failed in the past, and why this work that you're doing, you feel like you just have to scrap and move into something else because you have the Three of Pentacles here in reverse. And also for some Libras out there, because there are different people that watch the video, hundreds of people, thousands of people that watch the video, you guys could have been in a situation where you were dealing with more than one person, you were talking to more than one person, and it just all went bad, like nothing panned out. You like to have choices, you like to have options, but all the options you kind of have to scratch off the board and start all over again. So that's what I'm seeing with Libra. But I'm seeing right under the Page of Swords card, I got the Codependency Love Oracle card, Romance Oracle card. And what that just tells me is those negative feelings and those negative thoughts may be where your codependency lies. So it may not be something like drugs or alcohol. It may be your thought pattern because of what you've been through in your relationships and in your life. You have these negative thoughts that keep you from really shining, because you have the Star card here. So it keeps you from really shining what you really are, a star. You really have a bright light. You really have positivity. The Libras, a lot of Libras I know, inside and even on the surface sometimes, they can be some of the best people, but then it's like a Jekyll and Hyde act that comes out with them sometimes. And sometimes it's battling that inner nature, because it's the mind. It is the mind, and the air signs go through it. The Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius is guys really go through it in the mind, just as the water signs go through it in the emotional realm. That's where a lot of those ties and connections, where you can kind of see the similarities and the differences between the signs. So you guys go through it a lot in your mind. And I would say the fire signs, the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they go through it a lot of times in the physical realm, and it could be a suppression of the mind and the emotion. I think they may go through it in all ways, just like the Taurus sign. They go through it in a material way, in the physical, how it relates to the physical world. And when I say physical for Taurus, for the Taurus, Capricorns, and Virgos, how it differs from the physical with the fire signs is physical with the fire signs. I'm more talking about body and movement, and that force, the life force inside of you. And with earth signs, I'm talking about the difficulties when it comes to things on an earthly realm, really dealing with what it is to be human and humanity, and what it is to be so connected and so grounded in a world that's really not grounded at all. So we all deal with thoughts and emotion, but you guys really can drive yourself crazy when it comes to all the things and the thoughts that go through your mind, and you end up sabotaging yourself when you really have the capabilities to have everything and to do everything that you want to do. It's just about the intention and the frame of mind that you put forth, and letting go of old habits and really making a point to be adamant and truthful about the things you want, because you did get the calling in your soulmate card, the codependency card, and you deserve love card. And that's basically what I'm saying without even looking at the cards. You are, and you had the, just to tell you what the cards were if you didn't catch it from what I've already talked about, you had the Star, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Hermit, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. So a lot of this tells me that, you know, you got two major arcana, so they're major things, but they're interpersonal issues. They're interpersonal issues when it comes to in those processes of making transformation. So you haven't came through that transformation yet. You haven't let go yet. You're in that thinking process, and right now you may be going through a place where it's a negative thinking process, because every time you think something is going good, or something changes for the better, or something's taken off, it might not have seemed that way. But this is all because you still have work to do on your end before you call in and before you get to the place that you really need to be. And I could go on and on with this, guys. I may start uploading these videos to Patreon and Vimeo, because it's a lot that I can talk about, but it takes time to really dig into these messages. There are messages that come after I get up. Sometimes I'll leave the cards on the table and thoughts will just come. So for those who subscribe and those who want to patronize me and get those extra messages in the video, I may go and start putting my stuff back up there until I get my website back up, because my goal really is to help you. For those that watch, and I would assume that people who watch my videos really are into wanting to know the deeper messages, wanting to do the life work. I can't just come and tell you, oh, this is going to happen with this sign, that sign, this sign, and that sign, because that is a falsehood. You need to catch the deeper messages that are in the cards. And if we have certain situations that play out and that are very apparent, I don't have any problem telling you about those things, but it's really about you and what's going on with you in your life to help you through the situations that I see are going on in the cards in the table. And those are the situations that you're going through in your life. So I assume most people that watch these videos are looking to ascend, or looking to take a higher ground. You just don't want to come for some information to play through your drama. You don't want to be in drama in the first place. And that's why I give a lot of these messages like I do, and why there's a lot that come out of these cards. And it's only really a 5-card spread, just picking up what's there with the 3 romance cards. So guys, that's it for tonight. I wish you guys I don't celebrate the holidays, but, you know, if you're doing the 4th of July thing, be safe, be happy, you know, have a great weekend. I'm having a great, long, extended weekend, celebrating Cancer season, celebrating my season, and really just taking some time to go inward. This year is not really a celebration year for me at all. When it comes to my solar return, it's really a time to go inward and reflect and really, truly think about where I want to be the next year to the next 5 years, and spending that time with people who you really love and that matter most in your life. Because I've been really getting these thoughts like, life is so short, life is so trivial, people are so crazy. There's a movie, and I've probably talked about this on the videos before. There's a movie I watched a long time ago, and it's called Idiocracy. And that movie, it's funny, but it's so fucking people are so stupid, and the movie is so outlandish that it's actually become true. And it was true at that time I watched it, but looking at the world now, like, you just don't know the times we're living in. So it's really important to spend it with people who care. Make the most out of your life. None of us are here alone. And Libra, you are the relationship sign, so you are here to build relationships regardless of what you've been through in the past. But you really have to love yourself, and I believe that love for yourself is deep there, but you have to refill those cups. You cannot concentrate on one area of your life so much that you don't fulfill all of the areas in your life. The passion, the soul, the drive, just everything that makes us who we are. And is the point of why we're here, to live out this journey and to experience through that of ourselves and through other people that we connect with. So Libras, I wish you nothing but the best. If you know any Cancers out there, celebrate them, because we're the best above the rest. But I still love all the other zodiac signs. Thank you guys for listening to Frequency Radio. Madam X, and I'm out.